Why are you lacking right now?
Why you lacking? Bro, why you lacking though? Why you lacking? You don't know what I'm talking about, do you? I ain't talking about your gun. You worried about no gun. You talking about why you lacking in life. Think about that. Why you lacking? You know where you want to be. You know where you at. Close the gap. No, close the gap for real. You lacking. And whether you believe it's your fault or not, you're lacking. The fact is that you're still lacking. It's your responsibility to make sure you're not lacking. Indeed, we run into situations in life where it could kind of seemingly put us back. You know the cliche thing they say, whoever they are. Oh, take a minor setback for a major comeback. I believe in tests and trials. Yes, I believe God gives them to us. But to be lacking and you know it, there lies a problem. I'm speaking to myself too, trust me. Lacking and you know it. That's an issue. So, how do you know if you lacking? Because some people live in this fishbowl where they don't even realize that they lacking something. Don't even realize they lacking something. Don't even realize it. They think they got it together. They say, oh no, this is the cards I was dealt in life. It's just how it is. You know? It's just how it is. Well, if you adopt that mindset, I believe it's safe to say that you deserve to be there. If you adopt the lacking mindset, were you intentionally lacking, bruh? It's not looking good in your favor. You probably deserve to be there. Because unless you've tried everything in life to get out of lack, then you ain't really did nothing. Listen, I know, and don't get it twisted. I know life hit. Trust me. Remember, as I preach to you, I preach to myself. I know life hits. I know life can be tough. But I do know I have lots of opportunity to become a millionaire, to get my family out of poverty in my 20s. To prepare myself to have children and not be sexually irresponsible. I had opportunities to keep myself out of lack, but I chose to dabble in it. I take responsibility of it. And that takes a level of maturity to understand that what you're lacking and you know it, it's your fault that you're still there. I'm not saying that it's your fault that circumstances come. I know tests and things come. But it's your fault that you're still there. You're making the decision to stay there. Why ain't you made up on that relationship? Why ain't you talk to your mother, your father? Why are you not talking to your spouse, your daughter, your son? Why aren't you talking to them? But you think you got all day? You think you got the rest of life to sit up here and make it right? You don't know if you're going tomorrow. trauma is real. I know trauma is real. I dealt with trauma. Still deal with trauma. Yeah. But trauma is no reason to stop. It gives you a reason to fall back a little bit, take a breather, okay, reassess. How do I approach this when I'm still kind of hurt from this? But you still have something in you to continue to move forward and push through it. You still got it in you. So don't believe that because you think you got time, no one knows when they gonna go. I don't care how spiritually awoken you are. No one knows when you're gonna go. So tighten up the relationship. You said, what, you overweight? Oh, okay. You talking my language. Oh yeah, we know. But we still eat trash, right? We still eat garbage. We still eat junk food. We still eat snacks we shouldn't eat. Oh, we've been aware. We slow down a little bit here and there. We can dip and dabble in some healthy stuff, but we ain't committed yet. When you gonna commit? When you gonna commit? You lacking in your health and you know it. I thank the Most High that I take no meds. I probably, maybe should. Big Pharma not getting me. You got me messed up. But that's besides the point. I made the decision to be in lack in my health. Now, I'm making a decision to take care of it. You can make the same decision. You ain't got to live in lack. You made the decision to stay lacking in your finances too, huh? Yep, I can tell. I did too. Everything you did, I pretty much did too. There's no difference, except that our situations are different. Different people, different personalities. Yeah. So now what you gonna do? I'm sure you came across at least one millionaire opportunity. One opportunity where you could change your family's legacy for life. But you blew it. You didn't take the opportunity. Oh, it's a scheme, it's a scam. Couldn't be true. But you trust the 40-40-40 plan? Working 40 hours a week for 40 years, living on 40%. Oh, what wasn't enough in the beginning? Who's really the scam? I'm not going down that rabbit hole. We could talk business another day. But you know you had that opportunity. You know that person who came to you in love has something in their hands that you value and that you knew sparked some type of innovation in your mind, and you should have took it. You made the decision to stay in lacking. Listen, every single day, you got the opportunity to come out of lacking. You have the opportunity to step into abundance. See, I don't know how many Bible readers we got out there, those who that read the word or whatever, but I know a little bit of something. In the garden, when, let's call them Adam and Eve, that's what the Bible says, but we ain't talking true Hebrew names, but Adam and Eve. In the garden, the serpent got to Eve and told her, oh, don't worry about that. You can eat that. God just doesn't want you to have to be like him. To have knowledge and wisdom of good and evil and things like that. Like, he doesn't want you to have that. God told them they could have everything in the garden. Everything in the garden was theirs. For them to eat, to have. It was so many beautiful trees and precious metals and stones and things. Everything was theirs. They had it all. Better yet, they had the presence of God there with them. But it took just a little inkling, a little drop poisonous words going in their ear. It's for them to focus on that little lack that they have. Oh, I don't have this. But the fruit does look good to eat. And they bit it. So you mean to tell me, when God said, you could have everything in the garden freely. You can have everything freely. It don't get much better than everything for free. It doesn't get better than that. In the words of Myron Golden, it doesn't get better than that. But they chose to focus on the little lack. And because they focused on the lack that they didn't have, they suffered. And all of mankind changed. And here we are today. So how much longer are you going to sit there and focus on that lack, my man? How much longer are you going to focus on that lack, my lady? How much longer? You hide in. You're focused on the problem. Focus on intention on getting out of the problem. Focus on that. It's stressful enough. You know it's there. Why not put a little bit of energy with a little strength that you got into finding a solution? Something that's going to get you out of it. That's worthwhile. Everything else ain't worthwhile. It ain't worth the stress. We know that's there. We know the lack is there. We know the problem there. Let's go seek a solution. But it's up to you. What you gonna do? You gonna keep lacking? Or you gonna make something happen and decide to step into this abundance that you can have? You don't have to struggle. Now, I'm not gonna say you ain't gonna have no spiritual struggles or nothing like that, but in the natural, it's hard to say sometimes. Everyone's situation is different, y'all. Everyone's situation is different. I'm not here to tell you that you're not gonna lack for the rest of your life. I'm not gonna sit up here and say, hey, you could be a millionaire. Hey, why not try it? Why not just try? Why not spend the rest of your natural born life finding out what the will of God is for your life? Get at it and make something crazy happen with your life. Get at it, man. Quit living in the lack. Just because you grew up in poverty don't mean you gotta have a poverty mindset. It's all a mindset, man. It's a mindset. You think you down here, you really up there. You don't see eagles and pigeons kicking it, do you? Nah. You don't see them kicking it. Eagles are soaring. They doing what they called to do. Our pigeons are doing what they called to do too. I mean, put them at a different level. The vision is different from the ground when you looking, chucking up breadcrumbs. But it's so much better when you're above. And you soaring above and you can see what you want. You can see, you can make decisions better. You have a clear mind. It's different when you're at a higher altitude in life. Come out the lack. Stop lacking. Do something about it. Stop complaining. Don't nobody want to hear you complaining. People only got so much empathy. I'm going to keep it real with you. People only got so much empathy, man. We've only got so much empathy. So you're going to have to do something about it. Shut up whining about it. And I'm going to be bold enough to tell you, shut up complaining, telling people your story and wanting sympathy for it. Some people just really don't care. I ain't gonna lie, sometimes I can be that person who don't care because hanging out with me, you're gonna wanna do something with yourself. Because you're not gonna be around me tomorrow, listen, I understand your feelings is valid. I understand it may hurt. I ain't saying it ain't hurting. Get a reward for your pain. If you're gonna go through it, get a reward for it. Fight through. Do something about it. Stop sitting there taking a beating. Fight back with a little strength that you got. Take this with you. If you know right now that you are not putting your best foot forward in life, if you know that you are intentionally making some decisions that is harming you and harming other people, you need to stop, reevaluate, and make a better decision. You gotta get up out of there. You're doing too much damage. You don't know when you're gonna go. And you probably know, and if you go before you think you're gonna go, you ain't gonna have no time to get it right with somebody. Or get it right, you know what I'm saying, with yourself, or you know what I'm saying, whatever it may be. You ain't gonna have no time. So if you know right now that you're killing yourself, I submit to you, stop lacking. Step into abundance. Take control of your life. You only get one. You hear people say YOLO. You only live once. No. You live every day. But you die once. You die once. You live every day. Make a decision that's going to change your life and give you life. If you don't take my word for it, just know I've been there, done some stuff, still going through some stuff. I ain't going to tell you nothing I ain't going through, nothing I ain't doing. As I preach to you, I preach to myself. Vulnerability is therapy. Peace.